I know this is live, but the miracles of editing allows things to be possible. So this is the hero's journey with Dr. D again. And what we're here to do to inspire, to encourage, to motivate, educate, and help you get beyond your first move. So please go ahead and click subscribe button so you can help me help you so we can help others, and come join with us as we try to help make it better tomorrow, make better tomorrow today. So actually, as I was stated previously on previous episodes, I mean the first two, is that we were talking about my last video was called Overcoming Fear, and how often people get fear, anxieties are mixed together, and they fear something that they never experienced. And I fear going to school. I fear joining, trying out for the team. I fear taking the test, but they fear things that that they've never taken, they've never challenged, they never tried out. So how can you fear what you have not experienced? Unless you create an experience in your head prior to actually doing it, and which would be the definition of anxieties. Anxiety would be unknown and internal conflict, while fear would be external and imminent danger. Do you see how people confuse the two? And that's what happens a lot. They confuse those things. And so they create a narrative in their mind, a narrative in their mind based on their thought life, based on the existing memories. And they don't take time to digest or process the type of thoughts they're allowed to come to rest within the nest of their mind, and which creates the atmosphere as a state of mind, and a specific state of mind that actually allows them to go to live life with a grimace on their face. They talk about they're happy, but they never smile. I'm happy. Tell your face, because your physical apparatus is actually it defines your internal gloom, or your internal joy. Have you walked around somebody and say, "Man, why you smile sometimes? You don't realize you're smiling." Or have you walked around, people say, "Why you always frowning?" And you pretty much say, "It's you." No, it's not them. It's you. If you always look funky, then people tend to leave. They don't stand around you because you just, ugh. Nobody wants to feel bad, especially if they're feeling bad. They want to be around somebody who gives them energy that's positive. That even if their teeth are crooked, but they got a smile on the inside that's contagious. That's what somebody wants, that type of energy, so they can be a little bit closer to the sun. Nobody wants to be close to the fire. Nobody wants to be close to the dark. They want to be close to the sun. So that's fear and anxiety. But I gave 3 tips, and the 3 tips was talking about if you want to address the fear or the anxiety that you have inside first, you need to change your posture. I said, change your posture. Don't walk around gloom. And I use the example in the video to talk about I walked around campus and never knew. I never knew I walked around and looked at my feet. I looked at my feet all the time. I call myself pondering, being in deep thought. But I was no tremendous scholar. I just was looking at my feet. And so while I was looking at my feet, I was looking at my path. I was looking at my feet. I did not have any fancy shoes, I promise you. Until somebody actually said, that's the cute dad that walks around campus looking at his feet, looking at the ground. Because at that time, we unconsciously look at the ground, look at our feet. And when we look at our feet, we look at defeat, we look defeated. We look defeated to other people. We're looking at our defeat, but we look defeated for others because our very presence shows that. Does anybody remember? And put it in the comment section if you remember. You remember the Flintstones, Sliprock? Wowsy, wowsy, woo, woo. Wowsy, wowsy, woo, woo. Anybody on Facebook or the YouTube remember Sliprock? And they said, what's happening, Fred? He said, well, Fred, everything is gloomy. It's sun all around him, but he's walking with rain, a cloud. He's in dark clothes, and he's always gloomy. See, that's the type of energy people bring, Sliprock, your posture. You woke up right. as if you are somebody, because you are somebody. But you have to believe it. You got to fake it till you make it. You'll walk it. That's why people put on a nice suit. They feel special. The women put on a nice dress. That's why they gotta get dressed up to go out. So they can be like on point. That's why the people on their Sunday clothes, so they can look fresh and proper. So, posture. How you not slumped over, not looking defeat, but looking straight ahead, looking right at the person. Shoulders back, chest upright. Posture. And then you have to focus. Focus on what you're trying to do. Focus, and that's where your thought life comes in. If you allow a lot of junk to come in your mind, it's kind of hard to be focused on any one thing. You have to be focused on on your direction. You have to be focused on things that are positive. You have to focus on better people around you. Because are you going to lead or are you going to follow? But if you can't lead yourself, if you can't lead yourself, you definitely can't. I mean, you got to lead yourself. You can't lead anybody else. You got to lead yourself. But if you're a follower of everything else and you don't know who you are and you don't have any true focus, how can you lead somebody else to where you don't know where you're going? How can you lead somebody else to fragmented focus? You can't. And if you lead them into a demise. That's what you do. So focus is the second point. Third point is just knowing. I'll put another point in there, but your focus connected to a decision. Focus. And I left that part there. That's big. Even the third point. You connect yourself to a decision. Connect yourself to a decision that you want to do right, that you want to go to the direction that you want to go. So that's my update. That is my recap. That's my recap, and so therefore my updates to my video. I'm between two titles. I'm trying to do one about maybe 7 archetypes of fear, or how to deal with loss during a holiday. Put in the comment section which one, even if it's on a recast, on a replay. Put on the comment section which one you'd like to hear now. Either be up on Saturday morning, or I'll pre-do it and have it up on Friday morning, which is Christmas. Which is Christmas. So, are there any questions? All right. All right. I don't see any questions. Let me see. All right. What one question, Phil came. Okay. What is the one thing you want listeners to retain from this week's message? Keep looking here. Drop the previous message. Or the previous message. That fear is illusion. It's illusion that's created in your mind. But if you allow that illusion to control you, then you stagnate life. You stagnate. You take the juice out the punch. You take the flavor out the punch, and you realize that if your life was a bowl of punch, you would have so much more flavor than just being liquid with no flavor. You take the punch. It's like, have you had 7-Up without that kick, or that Coke or Pepsi without the kick? You still Coke and still Pepsi, but you don't get that kick. See, you have foregone that kick. So that's why. So do not let fear. It's different between fear and anxiety, though. I think people get it confused, and it's a lot of things that are unknown. and it's internal conflict that need to be addressed. And if it's not addressed, it can seep into your very present state of being and control you, even though it cannot be seen. But in your mind, is so very present, and your mind create a lot of different things that are more tangible in your reality than anybody else's. Fear is phobia. It's different type. Fear and phobia are the same. It's a fear of this, fear of that, fear of this. I mean, phobia is different. Just a fear of the fear of closed rooms, the fear of people, the fear agoraphobia, hemophobia, the fear of blood. I mean, it's a whole list. If you Google and you pull up a whole bunch of fears, a whole phobia is a whole bunch of fears. That's the extension of it. People they're afraid about a lot of different things. Now it comes from some type of base. It's always good to understand where it's coming from, because if you understand where it's coming from, you can address it head on. Because you don't know. It's good to know what a bill is, even if you can't afford it, because at least you know what it is. But it's not good to get evicted and not know why. I don't want to see my bills. So a foolish man has a stack of letters or bills and never opens them, because you make that stack of letters unopened a bigger threat than when you open it, because then it's known, and you realize a piece of paper can't take me out. You can take your own self out. Yeah, so it's all a choice. Yeah, you can have 20 different phobias, but if you don't deal with them, there can be an internal phobia to eat you alive. Phobia, fear, phobia. Interchangeable. Parents teach children to be fearful. So all fear could not be bad. How they teach? I, it's a slim. Parents don't generally tell you to be scared. In most cases, if you're referring to parents teach children to be fearful in relationship to boy, if you don't do this, I'm gonna tell you to tail up. Well, they're trying to connect pain with a lot of times kids won't do things unless they have some initiative or some reinforcement to connect to them to a negative action. If they do something and you hit them, or when they corporal punishment, they get punished for it. If they do it again, they realize, oh, last time they didn't fit us so well, so I want to do, because they connect that with their negative action. But if they do something to get ice cream, they connect the ice cream with a good action. So they connect that. However, the fearful thing is a thin line between fear and reverence. I reverence my father, and I was very concerned about the belt. I did not fear, but I reverenced him. So it's very thin line. And I was kind of scared, but it's reverence because I reverence the wood, so to speak. It's a thin line. They don't teach you directly, say, you better be scared of me. No, no, no. You better respect and reverence my authority in this house, because it's always a hierarchy, and you need to respect authorities to be. Even the Bible says you respect authorities to be. And sometimes you don't understand respect unless you have consequences. You understand the reverence and the importance of the reverence. And a lot of kids, they take things for granted. But in order to make to reinforce things, along with good communication skills, you need to actually have tools in place. What do push-ups, run around a track, or taking things away from, or punishment, or occasional spanking. Things are meant to help them be a better citizen in the world when the parent is gone. So not, I don't think it's thing about, they don't teach you to fear. They teach you respect. And respect and reverence is their thin lines. I mean, fear is the external and imminent danger. Well, I guess you could say that the belt is an external imminent danger, but it's not a danger to your life. That's called abuse. So So it's not fear in my eyes anyway. Maybe to yours. Maybe you got some bruises. You know, we got called DSS. But I think the statute of limitations about up. So I don't think you can file. I don't think you can get your mom. Not yet. No. Statute's gone. All right. Any more questions? All right. Okay. This is a hero journey. All right. There's nothing else coming up here. All right. This is This is Dr. D, and this is a hero journey. Wishing you a merry Christmas and a happy New Year. You'll probably get something from me prior to the New Year. But if there's anything I have to say to you, I want you to actually to make it a point in life. If you get a vertical tomorrow and make it your goal in life to always move ahead and not move back. And remember, help me help you so we can help others. It's by clicking subscribe. You kind of help join with me on this journey and to make it better tomorrow, today. And if there's any further need that you need of me and my services, I do have personal services. You can go down my comment section and check out my website and see things I can offer you offline. However, until next time, this is a hero's journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings. Out.